Stevie Wonder said this about his album back in 1974 to Rolling Stone. With Inner Visions, I was going through a lot of changes. Although I didn't know we were going to have an accident, I knew I was undergoing changes, and Higher Ground is the only time I have ever done a whole track in 1 hour. And the words just came out. And for anyone who has ever listened to the lyrics of Higher Ground, you can understand how it may have just simply burst forth from him. It is a song about faith and a belief in life, and also the idea of multiple chances to get it right, whether that is through reincarnation or the near-death experience like Stevie Wonder had in the August of 1973 when a flatbed truck burst through the windshield and hit him in the head, causing him to lose his sense of smell and be in a coma for 4 days. In the months after his recovery, he wrote Higher Ground for Inner Visions. The chorus reflects this understanding of his new worldview. I'm so darn glad he let me try it again, because the last time I tried it, I lived a whole world of sin. I'm so glad that I know now more than I knew then. I'm gonna keep on trying till I reach my highest ground. Musically, Higher Ground is deceptively simple. It rides on the repeated clavinet figure and a tight forward pulse, almost like a power walk. The groove is a little martial, it's a little playful, so the rhythm itself actually becomes a vehicle for the idea that history and your life will just keep moving forward. Keep looping, keep repeating. Teachers keep on teaching, preachers keep on preaching. And then the lyrics of the chorus suggest that if you want that march to stop, you are invited to find your highest ground. I love the way that the music emphasizes its message so deliberately. The magic of how the repetitive tension that we feel during the voice is given relief and revelation when the chorus comes in, as if the only way to move out of the repetitive groove of life and the world turning is to find our highest ground. And so the chorus becomes a personal revolution when you juxtapose the inevitability of the world continuing to turn, bad things continuing to happen, and you put it next to the idea of knowing that the choices that you make as an individual matter. In fact, those choices are the only things that matter. It's because it's the only thing that you can affect. And then there's that line, because it won't be too long. And you know what? It's not comforting, but it is a little procedural. Great. Your life is not long. You fall, you learn, you reincarnate again, you get another crack. And there's this radical optimism in that. Failure is temporary, and there is a metaphysical curriculum that keeps enrolling you until you graduate. Guess what? You never fail out. And then there is a second reading, which is more psychological. It's an insistent that the arc of repair is shorter than the arc of harm. It's not that harm disappears overnight, but that the conditions for learning and awakening are always nearer than they look. A generation can spiral and institutions can calcify, yet within that same cycle, there are the seeds of corrections, small awakenings within each of us that accelerate change. And those awakenings are what Stevie is naming. The phrase, "it won't be too long," could then become an ethical imperative, because it won't be too long. You must act now, refine the way you live now, and choose differently. Both readings can sit together. Guess what? You get another chance, and may as well do something towards reaching your highest ground while you're here now. So what are those choices? What are the actions that you take to reach your highest ground right now? It could be something as simple as regulating your nervous system, putting down the phone. My choice is to listen. Listen to the music. Listen to the soul of the person. That's what we're doing here. And then listen to yourself. What is your spirit saying? What is your soul saying? What does it need? How does it want to be loved right now? And then you level up and you listen to your enemies, not for the words that they're saying, but for the pain that sits behind it. You know, honestly, I don't listen with my mind much of the time anymore because it's pretty polarized and there's a lot of compromised parts of it. But I do listen for the origin of sounds, the pain that motivates the words that seek to harm, for the actions that destroy and limit, and I address that. Because listening, connecting to myself and others is one of the ways that I choose to find my own higher ground. What are the ways that you choose to find it? This is Songs from Beyond. I'm Christina Wiltsey. How will you find your highest ground? How will you seek your highest ground today?